This segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Hello again, everyone. I'm Martin False. Welcome to Bayou Time News. Joining us now, the Chief of Police for the Houma Police Department, Chief Travis Terrio. Always good to see you, Chief.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And just, I know y'all been seeing, just like any other area, a lot of crime, a lot of different crime, and nothing sort of surprises me anymore. But today we talk about another young person in the area, and
Yes, sir.
you have some information on.
Yeah, so yesterday around 9:00 p.m., we responded to a report of a subject being transported to a local medical facility with some injuries sustained during a shooting. When they arrived at the hospital, they learned that victim had been shot on an address on the east side of Houma. Investigation revealed that the incident actually started on West Houma whenever there was a physical altercation, and that then transferred over to the neighborhood on the east side. Mm-hmm. And the victim's family then retaliated against him after the first physical altercation, and it resulted in some gunshots being fired where a single bullet went through the lower portion of the windshield and struck the victim in the face. He's very lucky to actually still be alive because it was very close to some vital organs. And currently he is in a local medical facility and is listed in a serious but stable condition.
I know we've talked about it before, but when we're dealing with this age group, and we were all that age group at one point of our lives, but I know I've said it before, used to be, all right, go meet at the playground, we're going to settle it. But it wasn't with guns, and, we laugh about some of the things we did back when, but when you pull out that gun and you use that gun, you can't go back and laugh at that because it ruins your life for good.
No. It seems like in today's day and age, they're reverting back to what was the Wild Wild West. Yeah. They went back even a little further than what your day and age was as a young child.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So, rub it in, Chief. Rub it in. Yeah.
The suspect was identified as Ahmad Vincent. We charged him with 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder, 1 count of illegal use of a weapon, 1 count possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, 1 count aggravated criminal damage to property, and 1 count of simple battery. He was located on Antoine Street in West Houma last night, and after a brief standoff with police, he peacefully surrendered and was taken into custody without incident.
Normally when we see police reports like this, and there might be exceptions, but I'm going to ask you about but if you see something happen on the east side, it ends on the east side, or on the west side, it ends on the west side. But this one, they cross.
Yeah, it kind of bounced back and forth. I'm not exactly sure what the beef was between the two of them. That part is still under investigation, and eventually I guess we'll get to talk to the victim as he recovers from his injuries. But, for the time being, if anybody has any information, if they can reach out to the police department, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Be a good time to ask you, because we haven't talked about it lately, but back when y'all were dealing with a lot of younger gangs in the area, are the gangs still prolific, or have they calmed down any? The so-called gangs.
Yeah, I guess you can say the so-called gangs, but look, and everybody was scared to say it back then that we had gangs. We had a gang problem. It wasn't like the Bloods and Crips and things like that, but we had groups of individuals that were operating together, and it was causing problems in our area. Most recent, I don't see it, the groups as prevalent as they were, but they are still small groups in the area that operate together, and by all definition, it is gangs. But to say we have a gang problem at the present time, I wouldn't think we do.
Yeah. You definitely have interesting people who are always at the forefront of crime, which, in the early days when I rode with y'all on the beat and you were on patrol, and then you became a top-notch detective, they always had those key players in the community that if they were not involved, they knew exactly who was involved. You still have that out there?
Yeah, and a lot of times you can still go back to those key players that we were dealing with back then. They still know what's going on, even with the younger generation today. But it does seem like the violent tendencies are getting younger and younger with these suspects.
Yeah, no, that's hard to hard to see, and we've stressed it so many times, but I just don't know what else you could say to stress to the young people when you pull out that gun and you pull the trigger, your life is changed. It's basically, you've gone down the wrong fork in the road.
Yeah, you pull the trigger, you're changing two families' lives, your family and the victim's lives. Two lives in. Yours may end up spending the rest of your life in jail, and the other, unfortunately, ends with a funeral.
Yeah. That's real quick. We got about a minute left. How's recruiting going? How's y'all numbers?
We're doing very good. I'm very fortunate. As of 2 weeks ago, we reached 100% at the police department. We're currently full. We have a very large academy class, and we have 8 in the academy, and we have 2 currently in training. So hopefully everybody's successful, and we can get all these officers out on the street patrolling pretty soon.
And I know you're very proud of the fact that a lot of the young group that we come in contact, very polite, very well-spoken, and they're doing their homework.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm very proud of the work that our officers are doing and the relationships they're developing with the community. And I think we're seeing a return on it.
They're the up and coming.
That's right.
We hate to admit that now, don't we?
No, I'm kind of excited to admit it.
Chief, always good to see you, and tell your mom and dad hello for me.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, there you have it, the Chief of Police, Travis Terrio. We'll take a short break. We have a lot more right here on Bayou Time. Don't go away. This segment was brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together.